It took a while, but I finally won this fight. So let's look at it. So we got our level 45 Titan. You see I've got no gems equipped, and I had minimal stat points. I had 2 that I got during the tutorial. I was actually really tempted to spend some of the gold that I earned and buy and master an item to get the stat point from that item right away. Like I said, it was really tempting because it's sad how much difference one stat point would have made in this fight. This is a 22-minute fight. That probably would have dropped it down to, I would guess, around 15, maybe 18, which is significant in that length of a fight. But this was a fun challenge. It was definitely a challenge. I'll let a couple minutes of the video play, then I'm going to speed it up to quadruple time probably. But I'll just let you guys enjoy watching for another minute or two. I did have to pause in the middle because I got to work and wasn't able to finish the fight all at once. I had to pause at the second cutscene. So I'll pipe up and I'll talk for a second during that. But you'll probably hardly notice at the speed it'll be going. Anyway, enjoy the video. I've already recorded the next couple, so I'll be doing voiceovers as soon as I can and posting those as well. Thanks for watching, guys. We're coming up on where I mentioned I had a pause here. You'll see that it jumped a little bit, and that's just because I unpaused it to make sure that I was actually connected. I promise this is still the same fight. I don't know what kind of loony would want to record two separates of these fights and post that and pretend they were one when you still have to get just as far for both. But anyway, I hope this hasn't been too bad to watch at quadruple speed. If you would rather watch a full length normal, you can either reduce the speed to, I think there's a 0.4 option, or I do, or whatever, 0.25, or I do also have the original with the original speed, and I can post that. Now, a couple things that I forgot to mention earlier. There are some tips and tricks that you kind of need to know to do this type of fight. If you'll notice, throughout the course of this fight, I never once did a vertical parry. I found as I kept fighting and fighting, I found that the parries that didn't register most often were vertical parries. And so I dodged every vertical attack. I never had any problems with parrying horizontal attacks, and so obviously I still parried those. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you'll notice, whenever, I didn't do it too many times, but if I took a swing at the Titan and got the blocked notification, so if I hit a block essentially, the next hit almost always doesn't register a parry. So I always dodge those attacks. It doesn't matter whether it's a kick or a sword swipe, horizontal or vertical, it doesn't matter. If you get the blocked notification, make sure that you dodge or block the next attack. After that, it resets and it seems to be fine. I also don't usually use super. That's a habit just to avoid any sort of glitches that tend to happen with supers. And in a 20-minute fight, you're bound to run into just about every kind of glitch that there is, and so you just kind of have to learn the tips and tricks to stay away from them. You'll also notice that on any, I don't know how many I had, but on any stab breaks where you get a chance to stab, if you just spam and tap all the buttons as fast as you can, I've also been told that that tends to increase the chance for parries not to register. And so I also avoided doing that. I just tap nice and slow and methodical, and that, obviously I didn't run into any more of those parries. So we're coming to the end of the video. Like I said, if you feel like you would rather watch the full-length fight for 22 minutes and 14 seconds or whatever it is, go ahead and send me a message on the Discord and let me know, and I'll happily post that fight as well, or I should say that recording of this same fight. And if enough people say it, then I'll just go ahead and I'll remove this one and I'll re-voice record or transfer the sound or something. And we're coming to the end of the fight. In fact, I'm going to keep talking through the end of this fight because I was really happy with the reward I got. This is going to help me quite a bit. You see, I used the super to finish this out because you only had 7 health, so I knew nothing was going to go wrong. So we got that. Now, you won't be able to see it for very long, but I got an on perfect block, damage Titan 167 damage, I believe, gem. And considering I've been doing 6 damage per combo on this fight, that's significantly higher than I'm doing right now. You also notice that I went up 4 levels, which will give me 8 stat points to work with, so that'll be really helpful too. I'll keep talking in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.